So I gotta go this way. Yeah, that's better. Good morning, my friends. Welcome to the special episode of Kevin at 7. It is Tactical Tuesday, where we share with you real estate tactics and strategies to help you put more points on the scoreboard, more listing appointments in the calendar, and more dollars in your bank account. So good morning and welcome. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to talk about why don't you keep calling? Why do you stop? And specifically, I'm not talking about calling somebody you've never talked to. I'm talking about why do you quit calling somebody who actually is potentially ready to list their house, ready to sell, ready to move? Why do you quit calling them? Why do you stop? Don't stop. So good morning, everybody. As you come on, make sure you post where you are in the world today. Joanne from Milwaukee. Good morning, Bonnie from Port Charlotte, Florida. Welcome. Good morning, Matt and Gabby in Oklahoma City. Francisco Gilote in Indio, California. Good morning, Benito from Santa Ana, California. Welcome. Good to see you guys. Paul from Chicago on YouTube. Welcome to you guys. Thank you for joining me. Again, as you come on, make sure you post where you are in the world. Let me get to know you. Let you guys get to know each other. Blake from Nashville, Tennessee, checking in. Good to see you. All right. Paul from Chicago just got an appointment literally moments before you came on live. All right. Congratulations. And as we do in Yes Masters 1, 2, 3, boom. I got to figure out a solution for this for doing our live streams on Facebook. For some reason, my built-in camera is not just as, it's just not as good as my iPhone camera. So for those of you joining me on Facebook, welcome. Glad you're here. For those of you joining me on YouTube, welcome. Glad you're here. Make sure if you're new here, make sure you subscribe to the channel for great training, motivation every weekday morning, Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Pacific. For those of you joining me on YouTube, thank you for joining me. I'm excited to see you guys. Make sure you give me lots of hearts and thumbs up. And thank you for your time. So let's just dive right in this. Good morning, Susie from Redondo Beach and Beth from Detroit. Welcome, everybody. Let's just dive right into today's topic, which is lead follow-up. Hashtag lead follow-up. Can somebody type in, just all of you, type in hashtag lead follow-up. You should do this. You should follow up on people. Now, there's some things you need to know about lead follow-up. Why do you stop calling when you generate a lead, but you don't get the appointment? Why do you give up on calling them? Why do you not call them? And here's the reason, is because you're afraid of upsetting somebody. It is the fear of loss. It is a fear of disapproval. We're afraid I'm going to annoy them. We're afraid I don't want to be pushy. Well, I got news for you. Pushing is applying pressure, right? And pressure can be good. Pressure can be bad. But pressure is what makes us move. It's what makes us do something. It's what makes us take action. It's some sort of pressure, internal or external. This morning, I let our cats were having their outdoor time, and they were in the backyard. And Princess got up on the fence, on the top, sitting up on top on the railing, on top of the fence. It's a big, wide railing. Well, I don't want her going out of the backyard, so I'm like, Princess, come on, get down, come on, come inside, come inside. She won't come, she won't move. She would not move. No matter how gentle I persuaded, she would not come down. There was a squirrel up in the tree. I think she was having a conversation with the squirrel. And cats do not obey commands very well. Neither do prospects, right? Leads don't obey your command. And she would not do what I said. She wouldn't listen to me. She wouldn't do what I said. So I'm like, how do I get her down? And I don't want to go over to her because I don't want her to jump down on the other side of the fence. And she's pretty skittish. And so we're in a new home and she's a little nervous. And so I don't want her to jump out and run away. So I'm like, how do I get her down? And so I went through the garage and out through the side yard, into the side yard. And, but I didn't show myself. I took what did I do? I took a bottle of water and I kind of sloshed the water out toward the fence where she was sitting. And about 3 times of that, the squirrel went nuts up in the tree. And finally, Princess jumped down and came inside. What made her move? What made her take action? Answer, pressure. Me just trying to coax her and, wait until she was ready wasn't working. She just sitting up there enjoying herself. Well, I didn't want her up there. I wanted her down. So I had to apply some pressure, some gentle, loving pressure that would get her to move and take action. And that's what lead follow-up does. Lead follow-up is a way to continue to maintain a conversation, to build a connection, to build trust, but also don't be afraid of applying a little pressure, because what a seller needs, what a prospect needs, especially if it's somebody like a for sale by owner or somebody that has some motivation to actually sell, they're going to do something. And unless they hire a great agent, they're going to probably get stuck with a bad agent, or which just happens over 88% of the time. A for sale by owner is going to hire an agent. That's according to the latest home study by National Association of Realtors of Buyers and Sellers, where they actually survey buyers and sellers. And but the problem is that most real estate agents are amateurs. So if you don't stay on top, if you don't continue to call them, if you don't continue to prospect them, if you don't continue to follow up, there's a good possibility that they're going to hire an amateur. Now, if you don't keep following up when you should, then I would say that you're an amateur. That's a different conversation. If you want to train and go pro, you should come train with me at FX Extreme Training Camp. We got a few tickets left. Go to thefxextreme.com/live 2019. It starts a week from today is actually registration. People check in a week from today. We start a week from tomorrow morning, Thursday morning, June 19th. Good morning from Fort Lauderdale, Vanessa. Next week, see you at FX Extreme Training Camp. Yes, it will be awesome. People say, what is FX Extreme? F for sale by owners, X for expireds. And we train you how to make hundreds of thousands of dollars. You will get to hear from people. You will get to hear from real estate agents. In addition to my training, you'll also get to hear from some of my top coaching members like Alejandro Perez Munoz, that's taken over 40, just expireds alone. He's taken over 40 expired listings this year so far. Over $350,000 in commissions in the first 5 months of 2019 on expireds. And when he takes an expired listing, he sells all of them. You're going to get to hear from him and others, many others like him. Now, if you're content with the little bit of money you're making, then stay home. But if you're not content, then get a ticket, go to thefxextreme.com/live 2019 and do that. Now, why do I keep mentioning it? Because I want to put a little pressure on you so that you can win, so I can help you change your life. Because when you're sitting there watching this live stream, not making the money you want, not having the lifestyle you want, that kind of sucks. And somebody's got to tell you the truth. And the truth is, if what you have been doing is not giving you the income you want and the lifestyle you deserve, you got to do something different. You got to up your level of commitment. You got to up your level of training. And so you got to learn how to increase the pressure on sellers, on prospects, on leads who are motivated. How do you increase the pressure on them appropriately so that they make the right decision and hire you to sell their home, and that when they hire you, you actually can deliver the best result for them every single time, so that you can make promises. Because see, a lot of real estate agents are afraid to make promises. In fact, most real estate training is don't ever make a promise. And I was taught you can't guarantee anything in real estate. Oh, yes, I can. I can guarantee everything in real estate. I can guarantee that I can sell your house. But if you don't do what I tell you to do, then I can't guarantee anything. But I can guarantee I ain't going to work with you, because I don't work with sellers who aren't moving. And if you don't want to do what I say and price it right and do what I tell you to do in terms of positioning your house in the market, then it ain't going to sell. Then why are we talking? I don't get paid for talking to homeowners. I get paid for helping motivated sellers move. Does that make sense to everyone? Can I see some thumbs up? Is this too much for you guys? Is this too heavy for you first thing in the morning? For those of you realtors on the East Coast, that it's 10 o'clock and you haven't even got to the office yet. Are you an amateur or a pro? Answer me that. Are you an amateur or are you a pro? And then I'm going to ask you a question to figure out which it is. Are you an amateur or a pro? Type it in. Hashtag pro, hashtag amateur. You're an amateur or a pro? This is a trick question. Are you an amateur or a pro? Type it in. Come on now. You want to stand from San Jose del Cabo and Mexico. Amateur or pro? Pro, yeah, pro. Anybody on Facebook? You guys, anybody like you all not wanting to speak because you're all amateurs? Blake Gillen, pro. Okay. All right, good. Vanessa, Thomas, Miriam, awesome. Bonnie, C&J Realtors. I can't remember your name. Paul or somebody. I don't remember. Eric, I know Eric's pro. Stan, done, pro, good. Okay, I've got one person here admitting they're an amateur. Two, come on, are you guys kidding me? Okay, I appreciate the honesty. I appreciate the honesty. Now, for those of you that said pro, Mark, Rainin, all right. So for those of you that said pro, Gabriel, here's the question. It is Tuesday morning. How many hours have you spent role-playing and practicing so far this week? I'm a new pro. Congratulations, happy client, happy realtor. I don't know who you are, but cool. How much time have you spent? Hey, Robert from Houston, good to see you. How much time have you spent practicing so far this week? Because I have coaching members that have spent hours already this week. Miriam right there, Miriam Meander Bundy, 2 hours already. Thomas Kramer, 2 hours. Z&G Realtors, 1 hour a day, so total 2 so far. Mark, half an hour. Can you imagine, guys, the best players in the world are in the NBA finals right now. And they spent more than half an hour practicing this week. And they had a game yesterday. They're in the playoffs and they've spent more time training than you have. What are we thinking? See, you're amateurs. 2 hours to me, an hour a day is like, that just gets you barely into the, in real estate, it puts you in the top 1% of training. Because nobody does it. But if you compare it to other places where performance really matters, where you really have to be great, 1 hour a day would suck. You could not even make it. You could not have made it on my high school basketball team. You couldn't have made it on my junior high basketball team, practicing only an hour a day. Could you? Could you guys have made it in your school? Could you have made it on any sport, any competitive sport in your junior high or high school, practicing only 1 hour a day? And you're wanting to go get people to hire you and pay you $10,000, and you don't even practice the skills? You train on how to sell every listing for top dollar. Do you practice that? Do you train on that? Come on. Hashtag, you couldn't make it on my junior high basketball team. I'm telling you. When I wouldn't practice 30 minutes a day when I was in fourth grade, playing the piano. And in fourth grade, I was not allowed to play in the recital. I was not allowed to play in the recital because I wouldn't practice. In fourth grade, 30 minutes a day. In fact, it got down to 15 minutes a day and I wouldn't do it. And you think that people should hire you with their largest asset and trust you? You think you're going to convince them? You don't even know what to say. Good. Mr. C&J Realtors. 7 to 8 a.m. scripts, role plays, and then from 1 to 2 again as well, my daily schedule. I love it. The guy who actually has training in his schedule. Okay, guys, you got to do this. Go pro. Stop being amateurs. I'm telling you, if you'll do this and train right, and just doing it is not going to get you there if you don't have the right coaching and mentoring, because otherwise you just learn bad habits. You say the wrong things that turn people off, drive them away. You got to learn the right stuff here. Come train with me and I'll teach you the right stuff. And if you do that, and you do that for 2 years, 2 years from now, you will not recognize your life. That I can promise you. Okay. So new Kat Salenga. Hey, Kat, 0, new pro here. Anybody up for role playing here? So Kat, go to Facebook and go to Yes Masters Real Estate Success Community. Join that group. That's our open Facebook group for real estate agents. And there you can find some good role play partners. Okay. Because once I shut down this chat, once we stop this live stream, then this chat will disappear and they can't do it. So go to Yes Masters Real Estate Success Training Facebook group on Facebook. Yes Masters, one word, Real Estate Success Training. Join the group. You got to answer some questions that tells us you're a realtor and you're not going to post crap on the group. And then we'll let you in. If you skip the answering the questions, then you're going to get a big fat no answer. You're not going to get in the group. We keep our groups, our Facebook group is small because we only bring in people who are legit. So you don't get spam crap like that. All right. So go there and do that. So Jessica, hi Jessica, working on being a pro. So don't work on it, do it. You commit. The way you go pro, right? You choose, I'm going to stop doing what amateurs do and I'm going to start doing what pros do. That's how you do it. Okay. All right. So Blake, if you're in, they also look at your profile. So if it doesn't say you're a realtor, it can be hard to get in. So are you in now, Blake Gillen? Are you in the group now? You should be in the group if you answered the questions correctly. Now, if you answer them wrong, like, no, I'm going to post crap, then we ain't going to let you in. But you should have gotten in unless you did it on a weekend because our staff, you're still not in, Blake? Okay. Blake, just just message me here. We'll make sure we get you in if you're answer the questions correctly. All right. All right, guys, have an awesome day. Keep calling people. Guys, don't give up. They need you. They may ignore you, but that's just saying you can't help me yet. I'm not ready. So keep calling. Don't be afraid. The fear of loss, the greatest fear of loss is if I don't call them, I'm going to lose the opportunity to work with them. Okay. Yeah, if it's over the weekend, guy, Blake, our team that accepts you in it works Monday to Friday. Okay. That's probably the reason. Okay. All right, guys, have an awesome day. Play to win. Always expect yes. I'll see you tomorrow for another special episode of Kevin at 7. Thank you for joining me, guys. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Play to win today, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, everybody.